Yes, hello everyone. I was actually waiting for people to come online so that we could start show no time. And I want to also apologize ahead that this broadcast is going to be very short tonight because of many reasons. But quickly, let's get straight to the matters. I want to talk about a few things. One of them is two things basically. I want to talk about uh, Mr. Omoyele Shore's political party AAC is kind of gaining momentum, and I'm kind of impressed to be. But what happened actually is that it's in the news already that the spokesperson for the NCP, that's Chief Gani Faimi's political party, his name is Mr. Sheni Ajayi, left the NCP, that's National Conscience Party of Chief Chief Gani Oyesola Fawemi, Chief Gani Fawemi for short, as we all know him, left the party to join Shore's political party AAC, that's African Action Congress. But then that's not the story. The story is that kind of what's happening. So I reached out to him today to ask him to join me on the show tonight, and he promised to join me on the show. It's part of the reason I'm starting a bit late because I was waiting for him. But he called to say he's so sorry he wasn't able to join because he's been on the road since and looking for transport. But it's unfortunate he's not able to get transport together to his house in time so that we could do video. I wanted to video call him into the show so that I could bring him to talk about why he did what he did, what prospects are there, and all of those reasons. But he apologized that he's not able to get on because, according to him, the road has been so terrible. Uh, Maybe Christmas, maybe the road construction is going on around Oshodi and all that because he said he's been trying to get home, but that the road is seriously busy and I'm just wondering. This is almost 10:30 p.m., but the road is still quite seriously heckling at this time. I won't say it's unprecedented, but it's crazy. Lagos is crazy and quite unpredictable, right? But that's on one side. But another story I have tonight is that the let me give you a preamble to this, and I'm gonna call him right now to come on the show that I've already started. Right, when I was serving in Oyo State, when I was a core member serving on the scheme of National Youth Service Corps in Oyo State, there is a friend I used to go to his house occasionally. I won't mention the location so that I have to protect him. You understand that? It's calling already. Um, I'll call him back to understand. So, Mr. Moses, that's his name, Moses. You can see him here already. He's already live on the show. He's already live on the show. But Moses, I wanted to do something for me, please. Could you hang on a minute? I'm trying to introduce you and introduce the show. So I'll bring you on very shortly. All right. So just chill for me, right? Just hang on. Don't go away, right? No, just hang on there. All right. So Moses is somebody who is a friend I used to meet. I used to go to his house once a while, and other friends of his who were members or who were students of LAUTECH, that's Ladoke Akintala University of Technology, and also members of the Students' Union then, will always come and crash over the weekend at his place. So I also met him somewhere, and I decided, okay, we could be friends because he spoke some things, and I decided, okay, let me reorientate all of these people. What I want to use this message to push actually tonight is that you never could tell whoever you preach a message to, you don't know what the person is doing subsequently, right? Uh, the person may argue with you, you leave. You don't know what the message is doing to that person subsequently, and Moses is one of such examples. Let me give you the gist before I quickly call him back. He dropped already. I'll call him back now and I'll bring him back on the show. All right. What happened is that one of those days that I used to go to his place, I told him that he used to be a member of APC, that's All Progressive Congress, that's the ruling party, and then he would tell me, "Oh, Ajimobi is a wonderful person. They gave us bike today. They called the party. They bought this. They bought that. They give people generator. There were so many freebies and giveaways." One day I called him. I say, don't you think these people are giving you, they are bribing you to collect your destinies and your futures from you? If some Yes, now that we're back, I'm sorry we lost connection at some point there. So what happened was that, so I told him. He said, "Oh, it's usually happened that he'd been following APC and all of them up since way back at Lautech, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, and that they will always bring stuff to encourage them, to motivate them, but that it's difficult for any party to win APC in Oyo State." I'm saying, well, but the reality is that things are not going to be like this forever. I said, how about your school right now? And as of that time, Lautech was under locks, and students were either sent home, some of them were protesting. So I told him, I said, one day we forgot the matter. One of his friends came and was playing the video of some of their demonstrations against Ajimobi. The demonstration agreement. Some of you saw the video already on Sahara TV and all that, of Ajimobi, the constituted authority video. If you know that particular clip I'm talking about, so they were playing it and he was happy that how wow, but one part of him was happy, one part of him was like, no, you should not have done this to my Ajimobi. So I told him, guy, come. This Ajimobi doesn't even know you, doesn't care about you. They just buy a whole lot of things and send to people to continue to support them and remain in servitude. But you have a future ahead of you. If Ajimobi gives you a bike and you're a graduate, do you want to hand up a bike man? And it's not even about becoming a bike man. If you're a bike man and you're successful, it's even good. But you know what? They'll give you bike on one hand. The moment they come into government again, they'll start harassing you, asking you to be paying ticketing, asking you to be paying this fee, that levy, that this, and they will even unleash area boys to be witch hunting you, even as a graduate riding bike, and then they could even seize the bike and return it to the government house again to respray for the next 4 years to come and use to campaign and give to other people again. So is that the future? At some point, he would argue that. So what I want to simply say here is that, in a nutshell, sometimes some people will argue with you and leave you. Leave them. Don't argue. Just put your point straight and leave. Let them get the message and leave. This is an example of one of the persons who got the message. He's a unionist too, and I won't have to pretend about it. It's a union, but there are so many persons who are student union activists, but at the end of the day, somehow they fell out, or maybe the activism, the kind or the brand they practice is the type of they bring money, we work for the person that brings money. But somehow after I left, one day he messaged me and say, okay, I told him about the video they played, that the video of this person saying he's constituted authority in the state, and that is your mentor. What do you think this person is trying to tell you or pass to you as a message? He defended him partly, and I also told him, no, this person is this, is that, is that, is that. It doesn't care about you. I went on to show him the purported video of the daughter of Ajimobi spraying dollars anyhow, and I'm like, do you have $200 as we speak? Look at somebody spraying dollars like it's just paper. And the person has not paid workers in the state. The person and the person says even if he doesn't want to pay workers, he's constituted authority. What do you think the person is taking you for? So somehow we talk, and I said, look at the owner of the website that is reporting this video, for instance. So Omele Show is is an example of good student union activist. Blah 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 blah. He argued with me a lot. I said I just did what I had to do and left. Now, two things there. Number one, somebody may not argue with you and just take your message straight. That person may not be an hardcore believer at the end of your argument or at the end of your message. The person who argues with you is not arguing for arguing's sake. Some people argue with you and learn after you have left. They are imbibing what you're saying in the process of the argument, and after you have left, they take a whole lot of it. Alright. So Moses messaged me soon later. Had concluded NYC and all that, left or your state and all that. So one day we are friends on Facebook, and then he messaged me on WhatsApp and said, bro, Showore just started a party. I said, yes, I'm aware. He said, that Showore you told me is the owner of Sahara Reporters, that guy is good. I say, I said, well, I told you though. He said, that guy, man, he started telling me so many things about Showore. And I'm just laughing like, you want to tell me about Showore, you want to tell me about Philadroto, you want to tell me about anybody. I know most of these guys. So I was like, he might just be saying it, he might not. One day he then told me that, bro, I want to contest, and I'm running on the platform of Showre, and like APC people, we have started again. Somehow, like play, it then turned out that the guy was serious. Then I started to see his campaign. Let me see. I started to see his campaign posters. Did you see that? I started to see his campaign posters. Can you see this? He posted on Facebook, started, and he has already started campaigning. Like he said, bro, support me. I want to do this. I believe in this dream. I believe in Shore's idea. I believe in this. I'm like, let me not respond to this guy. He might be joking. He might be joking, I said, but somehow he's serious about this. Ah, man. But like play. Bolanle Moses is running. He's running for House of Assembly in Oyo State, Shaki East, and you just saw it there. These are pictures of his campaign, and I'm like, wow. So somehow you might be touching people, you might not know you are touching people. Some people will argue with you when you are talking to them. They will argue, but after you have left, the message you planted in them is already germinating. So don't be surprised that someday they will just come and say, "Oh, bro, I'm doing this." You'll be like, "Chibi, you were arguing with me the other day." So some people will take the message more than you preach it to them. All right. Let me try. Let me try connect Bolanle back and bring him on the show. While I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you to understand that this broadcast is going to be very short. Tomorrow, I'll try bringing on the show. Um, I'll try bringing. Yeah, you're welcome. How are you? One sec, please. I need to do something to bring you back on the show. I can't hear you, and I'm sure people at home cannot hear you. So just one second, I'll call you back. Right? Let me try replug this thing. It disconnected somehow. I'm sorry. Um, all right. So the message I'm trying to preach to everybody here is keep talking about things that matter. As I always use as a lot of you already know it as my sign out tone on this program, right? So keep talking about things that matter. I don't know who is getting the message. All right. So I'm calling him to get back on the show now. All right, and it's live on the show again. How are you, Moses? I'm on YouTube live now, and a lot of people are watching you just the same way you can see me now. People are looking at you, and they can see your face. One second, they can't see you yet, but they'll see you shortly now. I'm not able to hear you yet because I'm still trying to get things well configured, right? Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
So you're welcome on the show.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Quickly, can you tell us? Could you tell us what mobilization is like in Oyo State, Shaki East, especially for AAC?
Yeah, the movement so far, and we are making progress as far as Shaki East Atizo is concerned. We have been doing this, and our people have been falling in love with the structure in place now. Hey, the electricity shortage now. Just wait.
We can still hear you, so if you don't mind, you can continue speaking.
Okay, I'm with you. So that's part of the problem of the nation at hand. So we are very much on the movement, and we are thanking God. So far, our people are still showing interest. It's a new party that still have the largest population of people coming in at the moment.
That's very impressive, and I must say that
Thank,
well. But let me quickly
thank
ask
you.
you, what exactly made you decide to join this? Because I was wondering, is this guy for real? Because the last time I saw you in Oyo State, you were talking so much. You were talking so much about um, Ajimobi, APC, and all that. When they were
APC,
battling
APC.
for the room, if you remember. So, what then made you
Yeah.
decide to eventually or finally join AAC? Why did you decide to join?
Yes. Thanks so much. We put on the gen just for the program. So thanks so much for the question. Sincerely speaking, I'm not a fan of AAC. Okay, it's not yet AAC as a party as at then. So, but the love of the aspirant then, that's what that you introduced to me in person. That why not joining this movement? And I told you that very time that these people are not ready. But I have to make my research, do my own follow up with the candidate in court. I do my own personal research, my own personal movement, my own personal research on him. Tell you convincingly that I'm happy you introduced the man to me. So Ore has been the kind of person that I love to follow. As a unionist, I've also been a union member in my school days. And the spirit of activist, the spirit of unionism,
I'm so
that is
sorry.
in
It looks
him.
like we did we lose him? Okay, he's
Hello?
back. He's back. All right, let's continue.
The
Continue.
net, yeah, hello. Okay, so the courage in him made me to fall in love. And sincerely speaking, I am doing all my possible best to to make him have the success of 2019 general election.
Let me quickly ask you one question. What is the reception like in Oyo State? What since you declared for AAC, what has been the reaction of most of the people? We haven't really conversed about all of this. I'm just asking you live so that it's unobtrusive. It doesn't look like we react anything. All right. So since you declared for AAC, what has the reception been like? What are people saying? What are people who knew you with APC? What are they saying? Are they responding well? Are they receiving you well?
Yes, sincerely speaking, it has been my happiest moment so far in the history of my life. Let me put it that way. I have I have not in whatsoever uh, I've not been opportune to be in this storyline of my life. It's a crazy mix of word that I'm telling you that people that are calling pertaining to AAC from APC that we all gathered before. In fact, it is impressive, and people have been falling in love, and they have been calling me. How are we doing it? They have been mobilizing even on my home behalf. They have been telling me we should use our structure. We should use it to break the old order. People are tired of the past. They want a new dawn, and that is what has been keeping us moving. We want to shame all the old cargoes out of the scene and the system.
Right. So I'm not here to campaign for you. I'm just going to let you go at this point so that we could continue with our own show. But if you don't mind, you can. The channel is youtube.com/ Object TV Media. So you can always watch this show back or even join us live and see what people are saying and how they are reacting to this conversation so far. Thank you so much. It's been a nice time
All
with
right,
you.
all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, cool. Thanks. So I'm dropping the call right there with I just dropped the call right there with Bolanle Moses, and then you saw I was totally. Do you people say flabbergasted, overwhelmed? over over gasted about what I saw there. I'm like, is this Bolanli, the same Bolanli that was arguing with me about APC in Oyo State when I was serving as a member of the NYSC? Is already contesting on the platform of AAC, and he told me that he didn't believe in what I was telling him then. So what I simply want to use this one to strike is to let you know that sometimes you don't know who argues with you, maybe the person who accepts the message the most. So keep telling people about what you believe in. You never could tell. The moment you left after they argued with you, they just might reconcile with things you said to them that they argued about. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little about Bolanli Solomon. The other person I intend to bring online tonight is Mr. Sheni Ajayi, the spokesperson of National Conscience Party, who resigned his position to join Omoyele Shore's AAC. It's making sense, right? It's gathering momentum. If you agree with me, well, let me get over to the comment section right now. Everybody, if you're online, well, let's head over. Let's do this together. No time. Okay. Um. So, uh, Jane, you're welcome. Everybody, you're welcome. Charles Vivo, thank you so much. Shegun Lale, yeah. Helen Peter, I can't wait to hear what's going on there in Nigeria. Watching from United States, yes, Nigeria is going to take it back eventually. Nigeria is going to guide a new Nigeria all of you are dreaming about very soon. All right. Thank you so much, Osas Iyai, Osasi Yaz. You talking about what I look like tonight? I look the same every time. Maybe it's what I wear that makes me look a bit different, right? Tosin, Godwin Johnson, Dumininu Abimbola, all of you are welcome. I appreciate you for joining tonight again on the show as usual. Uh, Thank you so much, Stephen Yakubu. Thanks for loving this show. Masha A. Shegun, I wonder where you got your knowledge from. You're very intelligent. God bless you for flying this program up on the air. Thank you so much. There are some things that are just, they are just beyond human explanation. It's some things are inexplicable. I can't understand what I'm doing to myself. Like, example of the person I brought on the show tonight. I can't explain what made me meet him. I've met so many people like that, whether last protecting lag. A lot of people know about. In fact, somebody told me that they knew about Shore first from me. That the moment Shore then declared he wanted to be president, they said this is the person Shegun has been talking about. Just the way I talk about other people. That's like I told you in a previous broadcast that apart from Shore, there are other people that I see that are kind of good, and I've been talking about them to people even way before they decide to contest. So I tell you, I don't want to mention names. There are so many people I still expected to join the political scene from what good they are doing, but I'm somehow still surprised that they are not joining yet. But somehow, very soon in future, they will. You can see that this country somehow, all these efforts in pockets are going to meet at some point, and there will be a junction where all these pockets of efforts are going to meet up and form a whole at the end of the day. So somebody I just brought him up tonight. I had to do a lot of contraptions to make sure that I'm able to do. He doesn't have Skype, so I had to do WhatsApp video call to bring him in. I had to look for a way to. It's one cheap way I did tonight, but it's not very clear. You could see that we had issues with the audio and connection losing and all that. But I have there are devices I could buy to do this thing properly, but I don't have the money yet. But that's not the issue. The issue is that somehow the person you're talking to today may not agree with you, but the moment you drop that call or the moment you left the scene, the person may be, rethinking what you just said, and it might just be growing in the person. You never could tell. So please don't stop talking about the things that matter, and that's my usual sign-off voice signature, and I'll keep saying the same thing. All right. Wow. Good evening. Thank you, Domininu. Triple Bedford from Manchester. Thank you so much. Good one, brother. I like your program. Thank you so much, Balaji. Thank you for the good job. Thank you, Femi Mario. Sheg, honestly, you can't understand what you're contributing to society. I don't understand myself, my brother. It's just let all of us keep doing what is good. One day, this country is going to get to the very best. All right, and please keep supporting young people who are taking the bull by the horn and are trying to get this country back on its feet because it's already collapsed. All right. I didn't know guys, but thank you so much, Shegun, for a good job from Chicago. Thank you so much. AC for life formula. Well, Shegun, you're great. Thanks for your support. Dejun was stellar. Thank you all for your own support, particularly. Shag, you looking cut this night. Wow, cute. You mean? It's not. Forget my look, man. Let's talk about the content. All right. Let's talk about the content and not the look. It's more of content and not of form. Uh, who is the person talking, please? His name is Bolanle Moses, and one person we used to argue. Just a quick summary again. One person we used to argue when I was serving in Oyo State about how this country can get better, and we'd be like, I was a student activist while I was in Lautech. Forget it. This country is not going to be. We have seen things. We have people and all of that. So I told him, forget all these people that are bringing money to you and all that. And it was like, well, it's not as if he also loves the money, but somehow he's not seeing alternative. And I told him there will be alternatives. I didn't even know. Shore did not even have a party as of that time. It was the time of the Constituted Authority video when it was trending. We were discussing these issues. I didn't disclose my full identity to him. I just told him a few things, and I said the owner of that website, for instance, if we have somebody like him come and run, this country will be better. And it was like, I mean, the owner of the Sahara reporters that reported the Constituted Authority video, and it was like, those ones don't have weights. Now when they are abroad, blah blah blah. He didn't even know Sharia as of the. He didn't even know at all. I was just introducing Sharia to him. Uh, so somehow my mission was not, or my intent was not to discuss Shore with him. It was just because he was playing the video with his friend. That look at the way they are, they are Jimobi is, saying things to students who have been out of school for a very long time and their school has been short. See the way Ajimobi is talking. That was our discussion. I said the owner of the website that reported that video, for instance, is a very good guy. If we have somebody like that in Ember, and it was like they can't support him, he can't win, nobody can do that. As of that time, Shore was not even contesting. There was even no AAC. But the moment I left, I didn't know that he started learning about Shore already after I left. He started reading on his own about Shore. He started doing a lot of things about Shore. And somehow, the next thing I would say, bam, he just bossed me. Say, bro, Shore now has AAC. I want to join the party. How do you go about it? I need your support. I said, well, start. Register online. The party has online database and all that. Join, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, okay, blah. He said, how about you? I said, me, I'm not a member of any party as I speak with you right now. There are so many people I believe in that should come in and come together. And it was like, well, he has already followed Shore and Shore is good, blah, blah, blah. Like play, a few days after or a few weeks after, I saw that he started posting that he's contesting on this. I'm like, really? You APC member? Like play. So you never could tell. Let all these efforts meet at some point. You never could tell who you're talking to right now is arguing with you, but who would eventually have to agree with you after you left. So if somebody argues with you, don't fight them. You never could tell. Somehow you might be ministering something to them that it will not form a whole until after you have left. Just the same way many people are watching this show live right now who do not even agree or believe that a new Nigeria is possible, or that a better Nigeria can emerge, or that we can take the country away from the oppressors and make it what we want or what we desire. While watching this video and are just doing like this, we may end this show, they may play it back and just like, let's have a second thought. So please keep talking about things that matter. That's why I use that voice signature whenever um uh running off my show. Alright, let's continue. Now we are convinced that Shore is not against the AC. Whether you like it or not, Shebi, like anybody can accuse me. I don't have a problem, right? Black, white, a guy, those Shore bodyguard need to start acting professionally because I'm worried about Shore safety. Seriously, those guys need more training. I've been watching them quite a while. Not so good. Well, somehow that is for Shore, and I'm sure that some of his party members and those that are close to him are watching. Every good Nigerians are happy when they hear Shore, okay? That's let love God. Dominino, God bless you, Mr. Shegun. Continue. Thank you so much, Ogbodo Pat, African Action Congress, Amadu and Shege Saibaba. Positive media, well done, Mr. Shegun. You have done a good job. Thank you so much, Joshua Lawanson. Shore hope he makes it. Yes, sir, welcome back, Shege. Yes, I wasn't online yesterday. I don't understand why. Isaac say, Shegun, you're looking polished. Really? I think it's because I'm wearing white today. Maybe I should start wearing white. Hello, Shagun. I'm a Nigerian in diaspora. I want my country, Africa, to move forward. All of us want the same thing, my brother. Uh, Akola Wale Bashiru. Very big thanks for your converting people. I've, the funniest thing is that I've actually converted so many people that I don't even know. I don't even know I've converted people. Until you share your testimony, maybe you should even start an online church on this show, and start talking to people. And I can anoint you from here. Just touch whatever device you're using to to watch me right now, just touch the device and say, "Oh Lord, I tap this anointing, the anointing to get Nigeria working for us, for my children." Touch it. No, believe in. See, your faith made. Even the Bible says, the Yoruba version. I love to put that one very well. Say, um, "Kí ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ kí ó mú ọ lára dá, thy faith make the whole." And the Bible says, for those of you that understand it right again, that kí ìgbàgbọ́ ẹ kódà kó kéré bí kúrò mú standing. No, sorry, mustard. To bá ní kí òkè ó ṣì di. No, I don't want to start going that way. It's too rough. Alright, because the way some Yoruba guys say it is funny. Right, let's continue. Ishamarife say AAC will, well, Shegun AAC, AAC Joy. Adijun was Stella. Let me go back. That skipped. I'm sorry. Let me skip. Let's go back. Okay. First, a bad guy. None be two bad choices. Content. I don't understand best. But first, the bad guy. None be two bad choices. Well, I don't understand. Eva Richie, Shaggy, I love you personally. Your head did there. I pray your network ministry expands. Amen. Maybe we can turn this into a church and start somewhere. Thank you, Eva Richie. I appreciate you. Olakunle Nelson. I don't. The reason why some Nigerian highs are close without knowing what they're doing. Since 1960, they are rotating the power between themselves. All youth need to wake up and make a good decision. That's why all of us need to start talking about so many people. Mr. Shegun, a good educationist and now politicians, even will your dress tonight, it will give me more confidence that come 2019 will say, what happened to my dress? I've been wearing African attire this while, so people don't like it. Is it because I'm wearing just this white shirt, this white this white piece of shirt tonight? Oh, if I now wear suit on it and everything, I go come talk. Is that exactly what we're here? Listen, gentlemen, let's get serious, please. All right. God bless you for bringing more awareness to of Shore. No, I've been even before Shore started contesting at all. Like I told, if you were familiar with this, if you had been familiar with this broadcast for a long time, I mentioned it before that I'm one of those who told Shore that if you don't contest, you're going to lose a big follower. I'm one of those who pushed him. Right, I wasn't that close one on one to Feladoto, but I've been following him too. Uh, Feladoto is actually one of the persons I actually wished to see in political scene. Right, not only Shore. So that's why most times when I talk about Shore, I also talk about Droto. But somehow, maybe because of the journalistic background, I had some kind of closeness with Shore one on one. We fight too. Me and Shore, we argue a lot. We fight. Don't make mistake. I fight with people just the same way the person I brought on the show tonight. We argue, but after you argue with him and you left, the person just agrees with what you said while they were arguing with you. Right? So somehow I argue a lot with people. I'm just like, yes, what you're doing is right. What you're saying is okay. I understand it, but how about you look at this other? How about you also look at this? How about you also look at this? How about you also consider this? And somehow they argue with you, but they agree. You know? So I've been telling people about Shure long before he even contested at all. So it's not about politics. It's not about the context. It's not about anything. It's just what I see. I see that guy Shure has some kind of good values and all that. That if if you have many Nigerians imbibing the same value, this country is going to it's just going to be better no matter what. All right. So let's continue. No time. Shegun, thank you, Tonyard Bolaji. Thank you so much. Um, Shegun, Shegun, we dey watch you join. We dey wish you join AC party now. Okay. Maybe with time we will know where we are going because my role has not necessarily consummate. My whole role is to see some of these young persons have been growing up learning about that, preaching values, doing this, doing that. I have always wanted to see all of them in the political scene. So far, I'm only seeing Shori and Droto in the political scene, and they are not together yet. So somehow my role has not consummated, so I can't join a party yet. I still want to see these young persons who have been doing some kind of positive things come together and work together and make this and put this country on the pedestal that I want to see. So I don't want to join a party yet. I just want to see things happening. If I see people already doing good about with Fela I also push because those are the things that give me joy. When I see that this person is doing well, is already touching people, is already impacting people, is already converting people, and the people you have converted are already doing explicitly well, I want to push it. So that's my interest. So well, maybe at some point I will join a party, but I don't know yet. But I must say, I don't joke about, and I've never pretended about that. I have some kind of soft spot for some guys that see working already, and pap, they are doing well. Okay, AAC, well, if that's the party I will join, I don't know yet, but if it is the party I will join, cool, Sarah, Sarah, what shall be, shall be. All right, let's continue. Salute. What's the guy contesting for? House of Assembly. Isaac Omola, that's response to you. Is contesting for House of Assembly Shaki East in Oyo State, on the platform of Shores AAC. Samuel says, Shegun, take it back. Okay, Black White. I think we should all start campaigning to our godfathers and to fathers and mothers that the money they are taking from the fools is blood money, which is true. So they will know that they what they are doing. AAC. You are right, Shegun. Some members of AAC today left their candidates when they find out they are lazy and not ready. Donald Okpekpe, Shegun Kudos, AAC for life. That well, no time. I gotta round up the show as quickly as possible because I want this to be a very short broadcast. I have many things to do, even tonight again. There's no time. So those of you that are already online, I'm gonna read your comments so quickly, and then I'm gonna round up this show. Koromu standing. Which planet are you from? I'm a Yoruba man. I'm from the planet Earth. All of us are from the same planet Earth. I'm in Africa. I'm in Nigeria. All right. Sunlight of all. Good evening, Shegun. You are doing a great job. Nice one. Please keep it up. Upon. Thank you so much, everybody. That's why he's wearing white. White wearing shirts. Shegun went on a date today. Egbami. White I just decided to wear after the clothes I wore. You know, I normally wear native attire. I love to wear native. I love to wear look African a lot of times. So when I go back today, the clothes I wore when I left was already dirty. So I had to change it to something. This is even a very dirty white shirt. I rarely wear it because it's not. If you see it in the daytime, it's not exactly white anymore. I think it's the light that's casting on it that makes you see it as white. So I'm a random person. I'm not deliberate as per dressing. So don't think I dress to look corporate or to impress anybody. I don't get time. All right. So let's continue. Shegun, can you please let us start reporting on Shore campaign progress? I think we need to measure the impact of our effort to take this country back. Yes, eventually we'll have to start doing all of that. Okay, bro. If we no vote Shore, everything we gain. All right, I gotta rush now. Somebody's comment is in black white say you see Nigerians don't appreciate what they have. Why you're saying his outfit is looking nice today because he's putting exactly you know you see me you see my problem. But anyways, whatever you wear that looks nice on you is also not bad. You know that's where they live in a corporate place. They live in the West, and so what they are used to is the Western appearance. So I understand the contrast tonight. Right. Okay, let's continue. Good evening, brothers. AC for life. Alright, everybody, you're welcome on the show. The Fab King, hello, chatting from Italy. Just coming on now. I hope I've not missed a lot. Yes, it's going to be a short broadcast, so you can always play back, right? Jane, I'm now Melechi. You are not making sense by not joining a party yet. By now, even Barack Obama chose whom to vote for, and you can't, please. But don't worry, with time, everybody has time because our rules are different. You understand? Isaac Omola says, Shegun, can you believe that only AC is the party that has governors and House of Representatives contesting? Great. Uh, our Stephen Demain says, Shure is the best man for the job. AC, Shegun, say no to Baba, say yes, no. Yes, say yes, no to Bobo. I don't understand that. If you want to say yes. If you want to say no, say no. You are saying say no to Baba, say yes, no, Bobo. Isaac Kamala Shegun, when you start campaigning fully for AC, will finance you. Well, if that's what you're waiting for, you wait tire. Have I see the reality is that forget your money. Sorry, if that sounds rude, I'm sorry. Forget money now. It's about the value what I want to achieve. I want to see most of the persons I grew up reading and liking the values they're preaching. I want to see all of them in the political scene. So while I may eventually I have no option. That eventually, I have to join one party that I feel is uh, moving it the best, right? That's pushing it the best. So far, my soft spot I have never pretended about is AAC, right? But what I want to say simply is that um, if the reason you want me to join AAC, if the only condition you support my show is when I join AAC, I'm sorry. Even when I join AAC, I may not be requesting for support anymore. Even when I joined AAC, it may not be, it will not be, if I join AAC eventually, it will not be because I want you to support me. People have been saying this long ago, and I've been telling you the same thing consistently. It's not until I joined AAC. The reason I'm reporting on AAC is not because people want to give me money. It's because I see these guys are working. AAC is working. Shure is always on his feet. If you saw his wall today, you see somebody was in Port Harcourt yesterday. Today is in Edo State. Tomorrow is in, and we see other people are not working. They are not leaving their room. All right. Yes, of course. I saw Drew to it today. I checked on his wall. Let me see if I can get this thing quickly back here. I saw Drew to it today. He went to Bishop David Oyedepo's his own campaign strategy to notwithstanding. I'm not going to say anybody's doing well than the others, but all of us can see by ourselves because I'm not going to be the judge here. Uh, okay, see. Fela Drew to it today. I'm going to show you what happened on his wall. I saw and I'm like, wow, this guy's strategy is to bank on, there's something we call resting on the shoulder of other people who already had their own thing. Shure is trying to build something new altogether, right? Can you imagine? See what Tunde had noticed sharing on Instagram. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Let's corrupt our show, man. Alright, I'm looking for Drew to his handle now so that you can see what I'm trying to show you. Okay. Let me let you see what I'm scrolling so that you see it together. Or maybe let me just search directly. Let me just search directly for Fela Droto. Okay, this is it. Yeah, look at this photo. Look at this image now. Let me zoom in for you all to see. Let me zoom in for you to see. Can you see that? This Fela Droto at Canaan land. All right. Okay. So I like Fela Droto, so you don't make mistake and don't use that to also nap me or do anything against me, right? But the reality is that when I'm making my choice, I want everybody to understand the reason I say I have soft support for one person and not the other. You could see there, for instance, what you saw there is Fela Droto visiting Canaan land. Compare it. I'm a human being, so I'm human, and I have to. I'm going to have to be pragmatic, right? Drew Toye is visiting men of God, visiting people, identifying, just trying to show how many people he knows, right? It's not. I'm not seeing him campaigning. He just wants to rest on connections he has to let them popularize him or promote him, right? But Shure is, despite having so many people over the years that are connections for him that he could bank on or use, he's still building from the scratch regardless, talking to Nigerians one on one. Somebody was in Port Harcourt yesterday, today is in Edo State, tomorrow is in Delta, the previous day was in Daura, the next day was in. Within so short a time that they started AAC, look at how many states, how many places he has traveled. He isn't going to try to bank, even if Shure met Wale Soyinka, he didn't rest on his horse to say, okay, I already met Wale Soyinka, that popularity should already make me win election. No, we know the difference between somebody that's working hard and somebody that is banking on, if I meet this person, I'm okay, or if I just join this concert and show my face, I'm okay. It's not. So when I say I have soft support for somebody, I'll tell you the reason. Right, the reason I have soft support for Shure is the guy is hardworking, and I've done it on this show before to tell you that the guy is the most hardworking so far among all the people that I believe should come into the political scene. I believe that Fela Droto, for instance, should come on the political scene, but I am seeing that it's only Shure that has been so hardworking, demonstrating that he's really prepared for this work. Right. So don't call me. I'm not a member of AAC, but when I see something, I tell you what I see. I tell you what is. All right. Yeah, I live in the West too, but I always appreciate our cultural addressing. Yes, thank you, Black White. Samuel Moses Shegun is a member. You can go and check your database. I'm not there. I mean, check your party database. Sorry. This is what I meant to show now. Yeah. Okay. Take it back action. Sorry to say that most of those people, public service will come. Public service will end come 2019. Mark my word. Okay. But I'm just checking when are you going to shoot your shots? Can I get an invite? Shot of what? Black White. Shegun, You are just pretending you are AAC member. And you can go and check your party register if I'm there. If I'm there, why should I lie? Will you beat me if I tell you I'm a member of AAC? You can't beat me now. I'm just saying I'm not yet a member of any party. Dorcas about say, Mr. Shegun, you're doing a great job on this platform. AAC will take Nigeria back from those destroyers. Okay. Osaha, my brother, you said one thing before. Where's that? Before last time, you said all these candidates, the one that will make us, that will take us to you with joint. I don't understand, my brother. You said one thing before last time. You said all these candidates, the one that will take us to you with join is. I hope I understand though, but I don't. I wish I understand. Cellular Divine, our consequential president Omoyele Sowore is getting more voice all the way. Well done, Shegun. You see, Felix, Desmond, most of those seeking this year's plan of seeking though. Public office come 2019 with their ambition will end because they are not real people. The cabals will use them and dump. Of course, it's always like that, you know. Shure is Nigeria president come 2019. That's Kent. Shola Orowale. We know who Idepo is supporting anyway. Druto is just he's just trying to also show that he knows so Idepo 1 on 1. But all of us already know that Idepo is probably for Atiku. Okay, let's continue. Right. Shegun, relax. You see how Nigeria political gangster operate. Those young parties that are seeking a gangster support will see how they will close their door against them 2019. Alright. Lugard show ready with trust. Hey Shegun, nice show. I love your good command of English grammar. Mark. Share sabi English ni. Sometimes I dey sabi what fit pass English sometimes though. I know too sabi English. We're just trying. Thank you so much all the way. All the same. Mark. Uh, Godwin Okeze. Where's Small Halu? They should come together. They cannot be divided for their opponents to have the advantage. Dr. Yo, yes, it's time for Nigeria to be great. Beam Shure's here with real vision. AC take it back. Hope for Nigeria. Alfredo. Unfortunately, Fela meeting people will not had anything to him politically. We all know this. I'm just trying to say this is what he's doing when others are working. All right. I love him. I love him though, but it's not really working. Um, all right. A lot of you are coming on more to say more things. Well, I want to end this show somehow. Thank you all for coming on the show tonight. I think this show has already achieved its purpose to let you see. Uh, I mean, the essence is to let you see Moses far with Shaki East. Yeah, it's not that far because it's also in the southwest. But if you know Shaki, it's like end of the world if you're traveling. All right. Somebody's asking me about Olamide and Lil single. That's Logo Benz. Let's talk Nigeria. We see it's part of the reason we need Nigeria to get better. If Nigeria works well, me, I went to school, for instance. I went to school, and then I was told that education is the key to success. So somebody told me education is the key to success, and suddenly they changed the key before we graduated. And some guys would just enter the studio, sing something, and then blah 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 blah. They trend. We are talking something serious now, you know. But we don't have 1,000 plus people watching live. Can you imagine that? So that's one of the reasons we have to get this country working again. If this country is working, everybody wants to face the education and not just wants to enter studio, say some things, and hit millions of naira. I've seen the more. You people don't know how much I work every day, right? And I'll still come at night and still try to put up a show, talk about developments in the country. And if I say, oh, if you have 1 million naira, you're not using this, or 1 million naira that if you feel if you give to support a program, you see the impact and you will not feel giving the money. A lot of people will just laugh and go. But if it is Olamide, the same Olamide you people are criticizing for singing logo bands, if it was that Olamide that says he wants to, okay, his concert is coming up very soon in Lagos, 29 or 27 or 29, you know, some people will go and use 10 million naira to buy a table, and after that night is gone. But we say, okay, if you have 100,000 naira, if you know if you give 100,000 naira to support something that will make the country better or that will improve the work in progress of the country, give it. People will start withdrawing. That's the way the country is. You know, and they want anyways. I'm not here to judge or say something about it. I just mentioned it in passing, right? All right. Let's go back. Let me see. I can quickly exhaust this comment and move on. Education is the key to speak English, not to success. Now, yeah. No shisho for bribe. Oh, it's the end of the program. I came late. Favor, you can always play back. We don't want it to be long because another reason I don't want us to be staying too long on the program these days is that a lot of people comment that they come on they want to watch the show. I meet a lot of people on the road sometimes who say, "I know you have a YouTube program." I say yes, and they be like, "I like to see your show, but when I see the topic, I just play the first few minutes, and because it's too long, we don't have data in Nigeria. you know, data is not cheap." All right, so but I see a lot of people who also say that even though they don't have data or they don't plan to spend their data on the show, but the way I present this topic or the way I present my conversation or my commentary makes them not know when they eventually watch till the end. I want to appreciate all of you all the same, right? Felajoto is for private elders. Well, let's not be doing this. We all know what work we should be doing and not trying to demarket somebody. All right. Oh, for Nigeria, Alfredo, can we please stop talking about these guys? Who is Olamide? Focus should be on Nigeria, please. Exactly. Olamide is a good guy, though. It's just that everybody is trying to do what to make them earn money. They need money, and they know that money is with all these people who enjoy what they say. If the tables turn today that it turns out if you're singing rubbish, it doesn't sell, but if you say something that has value, it sells. You will see all of these musicians also changing, and they'll start singing something that has value. So let's not criticize all of them just on the face value of it. All right. I love Olamide. I love especially when he started with rap, all this Eniduro, Voice of the Street, and all that. I love him when he raps too. But it's just that he studied his audience. That most of the people that buy and pay into the show are the shaku shaku people. So he had to turn and start giving it to them the way they want it. So would you blame him? He has to survive now. He needs money. All right. Um, Shegun, it's true that Oyo NCP joined AAC. A lot of things are definitely going to happen. Please, can you give me Shore number? Somebody want to campaign for him. I think the best way to reach Shore at the moment is to write him inbox, whether on Instagram, YouTube, or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Inbox him because I think he doesn't necessarily have one unique because he's always traveling here and there. His number changes with time, every time, almost every time. So the best way is to reach him via inbox message on social media. He'll reply you, right? What's up, Shegun? Love your program. Thank you so much. Black White, it's shame. Putin said Africa is like graveyard because when they are sick, they run to London. When they have money, they run to the US to buy a house. But when they die, they want to be buried. So Nigeria is a graveyard, right? Beat Baba. I'm glad we are gradually taking it back, Mr. Shegun. Thanks for your good work. Now, man, you'll be taking it back. Thank you so much, Beat Baba. Mashallah, can Shegun answer my question before you go, please? What's the question? Vic O say, well done, Shegun. God bless. Thank you too. God bless you also. All right. Shegun, is it true that Oyo NCP spokesperson? Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about tonight. He wanted to come live on this show, but he told me that he's being on the road. Um, he's not been able to get home in time. Right. So, um, Jonathan, check your Niger number on his FB page. All right. Thank you for answering that person for me. I don't even have his number in Nigeria. I don't. I don't. I only know that if you message him, you respond. We must focus more on how to make sure that our relatives know what to do. Favor, some of those artists are just annoying because even if they don't want to support a candidate, they should promote the good cause campaign, like telling people not to sell their vote, part to the people, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we've come this far, and it's been a very nice and wonderful time with you people. I'm going to see you again tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, use your voice, sign up voice, right? They say, keep talking about the things that matter. Mwah, everybody. I'm going to see you again later. Until then, my name is Shegun Olo. Ah.